For a beautiful and flavoursome way to cook prawns, I'm going to show you the technique of poaching them in coconut milk. And this has got a beautiful Asian feel to it. So to start with, you want a good quality stainless steel pot here, around a medium size, and you need around 800 to about a litre of coconut milk, and that goes in there. I've got it on a medium heat at this stage. And all we have to do now is start adding some beautiful flavours. So I've got some palm sugar here, about a tablespoon of palm sugar for sweetness. When you're cooking Asian foods, it's all about balance. So sweet, salty. So I've got 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. In it goes. And for some sour, and again, this is saltiness too, we've got some fish sauce. So 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. When you have a bit of a sniff of it, ooh, it's very full on, but once it's mixed with the coconut milk and all these other flavours, it really takes it to another level. So also, other flavours, sour, I've got some lime juice here. I'm adding the zest of the lime. I think there's lots of flavour in there. Just give them a good wash before you use them. So about half the zest of the lime, along with the juice of a whole lime. So just with a knife, we'll cut that in half and get as much juice as we can out. These are beautiful and juicy. So good squeeze, and into the pot it goes. So we'll give it a good stir. I want a little bit of heat to this, so I'm going to add 1 whole chilli. I know it sounds a lot, but these ones aren't too hot. I'm going to cut that straight down the middle. And if you're doing this for the whole family, you've got some kiddies that aren't too used to chilli, you just have to leave it out. It's not a problem at all. So we're going to pop that in just like that. And I love ginger. I love ginger like this when it's really young. I'm not even going to peel that because it's so young, so I'm just going to grate that. We want about a teaspoon of this ginger, so that's plenty. And we'll just scrape that straight in there. All right, all we have to do is wait for that to come to the boil, and then we're just going to simmer that for about 3 minutes so all those flavours infuse that coconut milk. While that's happening, we can get onto our garnish. We've got desiccated coconut, and I want to toast that in a dry pan over here. So that's, again, on a medium heat, not too hot, and a few handfuls, just like that. And just keep an eye on it. Just keep tossing that, and that's going to take around 3 to 4 minutes just to get golden brown. So our desiccated coconut's ready. It's golden brown, so I've turned the heat off. And let's have a look at this poaching liquor here. I might have a taste too. Always very important when you're doing a recipe like this is to have a taste so that all the flavours are balanced correctly. Perfect. We'll get our gorgeous prawns here from Manny's Seafood. I'm leaving the head on here. I've taken the shell off the body and just deveined it, so they're all ready to go. If you don't want the head on, of course you can take it off, but I think there's loads of flavour there. Just gently pop them into the coconut milk here, and we're going to cook this for about 3 minutes on the heat. Take it off the heat and just let it sit there for 10 minutes, just so those prawns cook perfectly. You don't want to leave it on the heat for too long because they'll overcook. So 3 minutes on the heat, off for 10 minutes, and then ready to serve up. Right, let's get these prawns out of the pot, and you can see, look at them, they've changed colour, they're plump. It smells so good in here. You can see just, you know, within 10 minutes, you've got a beautiful dinner on the table. So look at that. It's a monster prawn, that one. And now I'm going to turn the heat back on. The reason I'm doing this is just to thicken up that coconut milk there, just to make a thicker sauce, essentially. So out they come. We'll take out that chilli too. Gosh, this looks good enough to eat as is, but I want that sauce because it's got so much flavour. So they can rest there just for a few minutes on a high heat. And we're just going to let that bubble away just for a few minutes while we get everything else sorted. So our coconut here, it's cooled down. Big bunch of coriander. I've washed that really well and just really roughly chop about half of that coriander, just the leaves. We're going to put that into our coconut and just toss that around just to coat that. That's just our garnish. So a big bowl of rice here. This is how I love to serve it. You can put as many or as few prawns as you like. I'm going to plate up, or let's say 3. I'll eat the others later. And there you go. And that wonderful broth, we're just going to bring that over here, and it's as easy as pouring that straight over those prawns. Last but not least, a little garnish here, crunchy coconut on the top. That smells so good. You know, that rice is gonna soak up all those beautiful juices. I've got to taste this. Yum. And really, let's face it, who doesn't love prawns? Prawns, coconut milk, it's a winner.